Vocabulary Unit 15. We'll go. Hello everyone and welcome to the definitions for our terms. Hopefully you have the opportunity to get them copied into your Notability notebook and then we can begin. When a plan is very intricate, you can say that that plan is complicated or detailed. You could talk about the intricate work on a piece of art, or architecture. To intrude is to trespass or to enter uninvited. Right? The ghost intruded upon us, trespassed upon us, or he intruded on her space. To be inured to something is to be accustomed to it, to be hardened to it. After spending months up in the wilderness, he became inured to the Alaskan cold. To be hardened by. If a disease is invasive, it tends to spread prolifically. It tends to spread harmfully. You see the word invading there, right? Tending to spread harmfully. Think about a disease that is an invasive disease. It just takes over. To utter an invective is to utter a curse or abuse. Think about Achilles yelling those invectives at Agamemnon at the beginning of the Iliad, calling him a fawn's heart, a cur, a lowest of low dog, a sack of wine, etc. To invert something is to put it in an opposite position. Or to invert it is simply to turn it upside down. Talk about inversion machines, where you lie down and you turn the body upside down. If someone is an inveterate liar, it means they are habitual liars. They can't stop. It's chronic. It's long-lasting. In the celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, Simon Wheeler is an inveterate storyteller, right? To be invincible is to be indomitable, cannot be defeated. Cannot be defeated. Macbeth believes that he is invincible. Let thy blade fall on vulnerable crests, he yells to Macduff, right? And if we talk about the inviolable rights, these are rights that are unable to be destroyed or corrupted. They're guaranteed. Unable to be destroyed or corrupted. Think about the Declaration of Independence. There are certain inviolable rights, the right to life, the right to liberty, and the right to the pursuit of happiness. Okay, moving right along, Macbeth comes to mind when we hear the word invocation. This is the summoning of a duty or the supernatural. Remember when she says, "Oh, you evil spirits who tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty." We can have an invocation before the banquets, for the athletic banquets, where Father Tom gets up and it's the act of calling upon something. He calls upon God to bless our food. The act of calling upon something. An invocation is just a noun form of invoke, which means to call on. I invoke your help. To call upon. We had impregnable last week, I think, and here we have the same meaning. Invulnerable means unable to be harmed. Impervious. I'll put impregnable since we just did that one last week. Impregnable, cannot be damaged. To invoke someone's ire is to invoke their anger, their feeling of being upset. If a little child is being irksome because he's kicking your chair and you're trying to watch a movie, it means that he's annoying, he's irritating. Maybe you have a brother or sister who can be irksome. And if something is irreparable, we see the word repair, unable to be corrected or repaired. It's caused irreparable damage. If you're irresolute about what you should do, it means you're uncertain, indecisive, like Hector. When he's outside the city walls and he starts thinking, well, what should I do? Should I go inside? Oh, I can't do that. Should I ask for forgiveness from Achilles? Can't do that. I guess I just better fight. And if we talk about some rights, go back to inviolable, if there are certain rights that are irrevocable, you see the word revoke here, it means they cannot be changed. They cannot be altered. Unalterable. Okay, doing great. And our last group right here, a lout is a person. It's a person who is somewhat clumsy and falling around, falling down and not very coordinated. You could call somebody a lazy lout, meaning they're just kind of a loser. To lurk in the shadows is to be in hiding. Maybe because you're going to do an ambush or something like that, but to lurk in the shadows is to be in hiding. He was lurking in the corner. Bradford and Plymouth Plantation thinks that the natives are lurking and eager to fill their sides with arrows, right? When something is luscious, it is pleasing to the taste or smell. Walt Whitman says, oh, there is so much of me, and it's all so luscious, he says in Song of Myself, right? If someone's hair is lustrous, it is shining. If you have jewelry that is lustrous, it is shining. And if you talk about the machinations of one character against another, like Montresor, for example, you're talking about his schemes, his plots, his plans. The machinations of the gods see to it that Hector is going to die. And magnanimous, magna means large, anima means spirit. To be large in spirit means to be very generous and kind. And then lastly, to maim something is to mutilate or to cut apart or to injure. To maim. Okay, and there you have it, Unit 15.